had the money, if money is no object, what are the best amps that you would go buy to outfit like studios so you had something for everybody?
Oh, well, that's not what we were saying before, but
You were talking about Sun amps.
yeah,
How they never broke.
I had a Sun 215B cabinet and an Ampeg V4B amp. And me and Lynn Dean was my guitarist, a great name for guitarist. But he had a Paul Stanley Ibanez Iceman, and his son still has it now. It's in perfect condition, beautiful. And he had that and Frankie Hughes, and we used to practice down in his basement. But she asked that question, and I said, you can't get these anymore. Why? Well, they went out of business. They went out of business because their shit never broke. It never broke down. That is a horrible. Look at what the hell.
What am I looking at?
Me. I look like a fucking
All right, I'll just put it on
bus
me.
driver mechanic.
Are you a bus driver?
No,
Okay.
I'm not. And I'm not fat. And I've let this thing.
But what do you want me to do?
I don't know. I worked really hard to not
live.
be fat. You got this
Oh
whole
my
thing
God.
looking like I'm a schlub.
Here, I'll just look at your hands.
Put it up here over my head, pointing backward. There you go. There you go. That's a good shot of me.
Good. All right.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. So.
Sun never broke down.
Sun with two N's.
Yeah.
SUNN.
Powerful, clean, clear stuff.
And I just looked them up. It's like $2,000
for a combo, for a little nothing combo. You can't get them. That's why.
But do they sound great?
Sound amazing.
Okay.
It's
So
a lot of amps. You were gonna do a studio,
That's shit.
Well, the best shit and what you can do is digital audio. What Lenny has are everything is in there, and I defy anyone to tell me, if you were to listen to them, everyone thinks they can tell, they hear the difference. You do not. You're lying. Anybody that says that is one of those guys that try to be an audiophile, like, I can tell, I can always tell. Right. Like, no, you can't. That's beautiful. That's where we go at night. That's where we live. The werewolves. Yeah,
look.
That's a Seahawk. That was a Seahawk. That was an osprey.
Anyway.
But there was. So you can have everything. No, I would if I was going to have a studio or everything.
So
even
for
your
functionality, Fractal.
Functionality.
Great.
Pro Tools setup.
Pro Tools and
Fractal audio rig. And you need some sort of preamp to get in there. But that's another conversation. The guitar amps, if you were going to get them.
You're like, I just came into $100,000. I want to buy a bunch of guitar amps. What would you get?
An old Marshall before the master volumes were on there. I couldn't tell you the year that happened, but you could, with the master volume, you could get that overdriven tube sound and then turn the volume down. It was an overall level that you could put down.
Okay.
Your input signal is your gain, your output is your level. So if you crank the gain all the way up, you overdrive the signal going in, that you get all that distortion. If you just turn that amp up till the tube starts saturating, everything starts just breaking up, you're square waving it, you're clipping. You go up to the waves, sine waves, do this.
Mm-hmm.
Now when you clip it, it goes up, flattens off, goes down.
But that sounds like gas.
That sounds like.
Yeah.
That's what that sounds like. Now, if you go with a guitar amp, you plug a guitar in, old fashioned, not digital, it just it's a distortion.
It's rich and beautiful.
Overtones, it gets all those harmonics, everything is in there. Now, if you want to get those and make them really good, a Vox AC30. Powerful. It's loud.
Vox, VOX.
VOX.
AC30.
Great. That was a Vox AC30. Great clean sound. A Roland JC anything. That's called Jazz Chorus. So the Roland JC anything. Those are incredible. I know, and you had one for a long time, and I can't believe some of the stuff I saw happening to that in your house. Jesus, what is with me?
You're fine. His neck surgery, and we were just discussing stuff.
And I'm in phenomenal shape other than that, and I do not look like it in this stupid thing. But
anyway, that was our conversation.
Vox AC30, Roland Jazz Chorus, just a combo with the 212s would be fine. Bunch of different Marshalls. If it's a 50 watt, it's easier to overdrive. Anything lower wattage.
Oh, so going most wattage is
Yeah,
not
more power
necessarily
is
the
cleaner,
thing.
cleaner, more power, more power, more power.
Okay.
You want a wall of cabinets up there, but the thing is then you got to watch out your ohms load. Because if you got a guitar cabinet and it's 8 ohms, you got another one that's 8 ohms. What ohms load is it? I've explained this to you many times, and I know you know.
So 8 plus 8 would be 16, so the ohms would be 4?
Yes. How did you deduce that from 8 plus 8 is 16?
Because
So ohms is 4.
I go the opposite direction. That's what I learned when you taught me about
What
ohms.
you do is the 2 8 ohms loads equal a 4 ohms load. Tom Jesse's laughing right now. Other people are laughing right now. I didn't say anything dirty. It just sounds that way to you in your perky little mind. But 8 ohms load equals a 4 ohms load. And this is the way that works. So you'll understand. A faucet outside your house that you connect your garden hose to.
Mm-hmm.
The faucet is your power amplifier.
Mm-hmm.
The hose is your hose is your amp. The faucet part is your volts. Your 110 coming out. The amplifier is the hose. God dang it! I'm
totally
so
confused
tired.
now. All right.
Faucet is the voltage.
Edit.
Okay, faucet's the voltage. The amplifier is the hose. Your thumb is the resistance. That's for the cabinet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's your speaker cabinet you're playing. That's your thumb. 8 ohms load, no thumb over the thing. There's none. That's your clean signal.
Mm-hmm.
That's how the water goes out this far.
Mm-hmm.
Same power. Haven't changed anything. Haven't changed the amp. Cover the hose and the nozzle of that thing halfway.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 4 ohms load now.
Mm-hmm.
So now, so you put that on there. You didn't change the amp. You didn't change the voltage. You didn't change the power.
Right.
You just changed the resistance
Right.
against that thing, which is what your ohms is. So you changed it by 50%. So now that water goes out. Put your thumb almost all the way over. That's a 2 ohms load, because now you got 2 4 ohms loads. So to get that, you would have to have 8 and 8. That's one cabinet 4 ohms load. 8 and 8. That's a 4 ohms load. So those two together. So 412 speaker cabinets plugged into that head. You are now at a 2 ohms load. And if your amp is really clean, or really good and powerful, then your amp will push that and it'll work. If it's not very powerful, it will just blow up, catch fire, and quit.
Which is why a lot of people lose their equipment, because
they think I blew my speakers, so so they hit it with less power.
Right.
Which is starving your cabinet for power.
Right.
Which makes it overdrive faster, which makes it blow up faster.
Did you learn this at the PV Center?
I learned this from a guy that was a sound engineer for KISS, and at PV, when I went to school there, I had a bunch of schooling, and I followed around a lot of sound guys. But I knew about Ohm's law from high school, from a shop class.
Oh, that's cool.
But the Ohm's load is the important thing.
Do they still have shop class?
I don't know.
Asking for a friend.
But
okay, my arm's getting tired.
But
so.
when you do those kind of things and you get into them, you work on you realize that those amplifiers and all that stuff don't have to separate them all anymore. Now they're built into the cabinets. Everything's self-powered.
Yeah.
The cabinet gets the frequencies it's supposed to get, so you don't need it's a built-in crossover network. They used to be kind of crappy. They were just high pass and low pass filters. But an actual crossover network in there is what you usually get. There's a car coming, so I can't pass. There's your lesson today on electronics.
That was good. Okay, goodbye.